Hello everybody, welcome to our class Passionate Learners. Today in this session we will be dealing with this quiz number 2. In the earlier video which I have posted, there will be quiz number 1. If anybody of you have not attempted that, just go through it and attempt that, and later on come to quiz 2. These all things are important for the CTET exam, and in CTET basically I am dealing with the paper 1 right now. So let us go through it and learn something important. Okay. The first question is, teacher is teaching language to her student. Whenever student uses correct grammar, the teacher gives her very good remarks on the notebook. The student becomes very happy and further tries to use the correct grammar in all the future conversations. Who would agree with this kind of approach for learning? So this is a very big question, but an interesting question. So the question summary is like this. A student is there and a teacher and a teacher. It is a conversation happening between a teacher and a student. So now the student wrote something with good vocabulary and sentence was everything good. So teacher gave the student remarks that yes, you have performed very good, and she have given the remark as excellent in the student's book. Now student was very happy with this excellent remark and was trying harder to get these kind of good remarks again and again. Now this is what the summary is. Now the question is, who would agree with this kind of approach for language learning? So amongst the given psychologists, who would agree with this kind of approach of language learning is the question. So it is basically Skinner. Okay. So Vygotsky and Piaget has different views about language learning. They said that their relation was among thought process and language. So they are not related to this. Who is related is Skinner. Why Skinner is related and what actually Skinner told is, a child learns everything by reinforcement. Okay. Learning happens through reinforcement. This is what Skinner told. Happens through reinforcement. If you are trying to give a positive reinforcement, that is through verbally giving excellent, these kind of remarks, the child would try to learn more and more. She would be enthusiastic. She or he would be enthusiastic to learn some things. This was explained by Skinner. And Kohler is someone who is related to moral development. Okay, Kohler is related to moral development theories. Even he is also more important in the questions point of view. These moral development is again classified into 3 stages, like pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. We would be discussing this concept in the further coming videos. Actually, all these concepts require a full video to explain. Okay, but as far as this question is concerned, the answer is Skinner, who was more into reinforcement while learning. Okay, yes. The second question is, a person was very weak in mathematics, but he got good training and tuition in this subject and was able to score good marks later. Which factor is being improved here in this question by training and education? Now, there are 2 intelligent factors. Okay, there are 2 factors. These 2 factors were actually given by Spearman. Okay. Now, what did he say is, these intelligent factors actually are divided into 2 kinds of things. The general factor, G factor implies the general factor, and S factor implies the specific factor. Try to remember these 2 words. Now, see, let me draw a diagram like this. Specific factor, specific factor, specific factor. Now, what is general factor and what is specific factor? You need to understand. You can see a person might be good in mathematics. Some people may be good in drawing. Some people may be good in language things. Okay, so each and every specific thing depends upon the individual, and the general thing is nothing but how a person tries to solve a particular thing, a particular problem, when a problem would come to him. Okay, so general factor is nothing but it is a person's reasoning skill, reasoning or logical thinking. All these things comes under the general things. Specific factor is his particular thing, like his he may be good at math, he may be good at drawing. Okay, specific factors, these are all specific factors. So in general, specific plus general together known as the total intelligence of a person. Total intelligence of a person. So this was actually given by Spearman factor. Now what was our question? Our question was that a person was earlier weak in mathematics, but due to good training and coaching, the person now developed the skill of doing mathematics. This was actually related to which factor? As I have already said that it deals with specific factor. General factor is the general thing which every human being has, like how he thinks and how he would solve the problem. All these things are related to general factor. But in specific, all these things comes into account. The drawing, mathematics, and like language skills, different skills. Skills comes under the specific factor. And the third question is, girl students generally learn questions on mathematics well but face difficulty only when they are asked to reason them out? No. Are as good in mathematics as boys of their age? Yes. Perform less competently in spatial concepts than boys of their age? No. Possess more linguistic and musical abilities? No. All these options A, C, D are related to some gender bias. Okay, gender bias, and which should not be encouraged. This is not the thing which one teacher has to label a girl student. A girl child can perform equally better when compared to boy child. So both have the equal abilities. This is what is given. This is what is to be acceptable thing. So they are as good in mathematics as boys of their age. It would become the correct answer. The fourth question is, Sigmund Freud is widely considered to be the father of, okay, psychology, psychoanalysis, behaviorism, none of the above. He is considered as a father of psychoanalysis. Now what is this psychoanalysis? Psychoanalysis is something that Sigmund Freud believes that our mind is completely divided into two things, okay? Consciousness and subconsciousness. Okay, subconsciousness. Now, according to Sigmund Freud, what he says is, see, a person faces some kind of problems or psychic disorders only when he is not good in his subconscious memory. So, if a person tries to know what exactly is in the subconscious memory of a person, and if he tries to fix the problem which is actually there in the subconscious memory, then the problem of this psychic problem of a person would be vanished. This is what is about the psychoanalysis. It's a very big theory which was given by Sigmund Freud, and it is very interesting too. We would be doing it, I'll be doing a video for this very soon, and we will learn something from this, okay? And it is even important in the exam point of view also. He has given few things like id, ego and superego, okay? And these are the concepts which we would be learning in the upcoming video. The fifth question is, when Kohler wrote of the appearance of a sudden and complete solution with reference to the whole layout of the field, he was referring to. Okay, the sudden solution, if you get a sudden solution with reference to the whole layout, this was actually an insight theory which was given by Kohler. If you remember, I have done, like I have explained this about insight learning in the previous quiz. So if anybody have not gone through it, just go through it and clear the topic. And mathematics concept. So now, what was it? The average scores of 3 students, let them be A, B, C, for a test is 93. Okay. If the total score of the first two students, A plus B, is 182 is given, then the score of the third person is. So this is what we need to find out. So A plus B plus C would become 93 3s are 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. We already have the A plus B, which is 182 plus C is equal to 279. We try to subtract it. 279, 182, 17 minus 8, 9. 97 would be the score of C. Seventh question. If an item is having an original price of rupees 340, okay, this is the marked price and the discount is 10%, then my discount sales price is. So remember that whenever marked price and discounts come into account, there are two formulas which you need to remember, that is selling price is marked price minus discount, and the discount percentage is discount by marked price into 100. If you know these two formulas, you can substitute it and find the selling price. Okay, so we have the discount percentage, which is nothing but 10, and we need to find out actual discount, and the marked price is given as 340 to 100. Okay, so now the discount would become 34 rupees. Okay, now what we need to do? We need to find out the selling price, for which we have a formula. Selling price is equal to marked price, that is 340, minus discount, that is 34. So how much it would be? 340 minus 34, it would be 306. So selling price is 306 rupees. This is how you need to do this problem. Eighth question is, a child has 10 rupees. If we teach him that he should buy 2 ice creams worth 5 rupees each, so that he and his sister get 1 each instead of buying 1 chocolate worth 10 rupees, then what kind of quality are we teaching to the student? So there is a child, okay, there is a child, he has 10 rupees with him. He wanted to buy a chocolate, okay, he wanted to buy a chocolate which is 10 rupees worth, but as a teacher you are asking him to buy 2 ice creams. Is that ice creams? Yes. 2 ice creams worth 5 rupees each, so that he could give it to his sister and he also could eat it. Okay, he himself also can eat it. Now, what we are trying to teach him as a teacher, it is nothing but we are teaching him the cooperation. Yes, this is what the question is, and this is what the solution for this question. Ninth question is, if a bag of sugar weighs 3 kgs. Okay, the sugar over here is 3 kgs and rice here is 6 kgs. Then the weight of 7 bags of sugar. Okay, 7 bags of sugar and 1 bag of rice is how much is the question. Okay, 21 kgs would be the, and 6 kgs in total, it would be 27 kgs. Yes. 10th question. The advantage of using play-way technique of teaching with the games like puzzles, tricks, riddles, etc. is, they are cost effective. No. Children gets to study and play at the same time. No. It helps in oral practice of various mathematical concepts leading to enhanced thinking. This is what the answer is. 11th question is, this is from EVS. Which country has the largest railway network in Asia? That is China. The second thing is, in northeastern states, shifting cultivation is known as, it is known as Jung cultivation. Okay, so northeastern state example is Assam. Here in the shifting cultivation, the people would be taking a small amount of land. First they will burn the whole land and then they later start doing agriculture. Okay, this is what the shifting cultivation means, and different states perform it, but it is the same thing, but they are named differently. It is known as Jung cultivation in Assam, and in AP it is known as Kondo, and I think it is Beaver, it is in Madhya Pradesh, and Koman in Orissa state. Okay, yes. Next, river Sutlej is originated from. It is originated from Mount Kailash, that is, it is in Tibet. 14th question. Which of the following is a micronutrient? Micronutrient is obviously vitamins. Micro, in the name itself indicates it is required in less amounts. Required in less amount for humans. This is micronutrients. Next question is, a teacher maintains a record of students on daily basis. All the significant incidents are recorded for future reference. Such an activity is called. Try to remember that it is known as anecdotal record. If a teacher observes a child on the daily basis, and if a teacher tries to assess the student in a daily basis, it is definitely like a teacher is trying to assess the character of a student, then it is known as anecdotal record. All these kind of information is present in anecdotal record. Then what is portfolio? Portfolio is something which has all the works done by the student, like his performance, his gradings, and his drawings, or everything. The information related to a child would be present in portfolio. But if you really wanted to know the child, it would be present in the anecdotal record. The 16th question, it is from English. Previous part is done. Now that is English. The old woman flung into it onto her roof. Which part of the speech is the underlined word? So what is onto? Onto is nothing but preposition. Okay. 17th question. The name of the organ in the brain which allows the children to learn the language, it is language acquisition device known as LAD. 18th question. Dash involves looking at assessment information at the end of teaching and learning process to rank the students' achievement levels against a standard. Okay, you're doing some assessment at the end of an academic year, which means you are performing assessment of learning. If you are trying to know the performance, if you are trying to assess the student at every point of view, it becomes an assessment for learning. If you are trying to do it only after the academic year is getting completed, it is known as assessment of learning, which was our question. 19th question is, when grouping is done according to the meanings of the word, it is known as semantic grouping. 20th question. Material centered around certain skills such as reading, listening, pronunciation, etc. are known as skill-based materials. Skill-based, okay? What are the skills in the English language? LSRW, which means listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So if you are trying to know about these kind of skills such as reading, listening, pronunciation in the sense speaking. So all these comes under the skill-based materials. Okay. The next thing, yes, we are done with the whole 20 questions, and now that's the end of this video. And thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly let me know if you have any doubts, and let me also know if you want me to if you are having any doubt in a particular topic. You just comment it in the comment box, so that I would try to do that video, which would be useful for you people. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to Passionate Learners.